We're at the National Doll Festival in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're here with Patricia Cabrera. She's a Brazilian doll artist who lives in North Carolina, and she's kind of doing something new and innovative, making ball jointed dolls from porcelain. So we're going to talk to her a little bit about her background as a doll maker and what she does. So how long have you been making dolls?
Well, I started about 6 years ago in doll making. However, I was making one-of-a-kind dolls, the polymer clay, and also marionettes. And those were hand sculpted out of wood, a combination of polymer clay and wood. It was about 2 years ago. I had an opportunity to own one of those Korean maker ball jointed dolls, and I started thinking about making porcelain. And I was already familiar with the medium because for many years I have been doing pottery, and porcelain was one of my mediums. So basically, I already had the shop with the kiln and the understanding of the medium, and I also sculpted dolls. So I figured all I needed to do is to develop my own doll, and develop especially the joints system. That's probably what I had the most difficult time with. And it took about a year and a half for me to come with my own design and to learn about mold making. And after that, just now recently that I developed my own doll.
That's kind of a long time to stick with something. What drove you to keep trying until you got it just right?
I think it's that goes back of my personality and the fact that, I guess because I was a ballerina, and when you're in that kind of artistic mind, you're always striving to do your best and to perfect what you're doing. And I love a challenge, and this was a big challenge for me. I really didn't know that I was able to finish the doll, and it was a process. And my first doll did not look like the ones you see here. I have some of the first dolls, some of my first joints. There were several different improvements that were necessary and adjustments, and to get to the final doll. So I don't know. I wanted to see the doll done, and I did think sometimes to quit, and then it was just a matter of setting aside and being refreshed and going back to the project and continue with it. So I'm happy I did.
And you have an artistic background in other mediums and types of art, right?
Yes, I have been a sculptor before, and I have done wood, as I told you, and oil painting. That probably was my first gift, I guess, as a young child. I've been painting since I think I was 5 years old, as far as I remember. But oil paintings would be probably my first medium that I did. And I continue to do, I paint backdrops for a theater, and it's still very part of everything that I do.
Okay, so was this the most challenging, do you think, of all the artistic endeavors you've done?
Yes, I would definitely say so, because it didn't include, although I could sculpt a doll, I could create I can create an original doll, but it was very difficult for me to learn how to do the mold making, and there was no one out there that could do it for me, so I really had to learn. And as I pick up books and start reading, I learned that what were on the book, the things on the book were really they were not necessary what really works. So I made a lot of mistakes, and even to figure out those dolls, the joints, some of my molds have 5 parts, and even to figure out that, it took me a long time. It was just, really challenged. I would say that was probably the most challenging part for me. It was to learn how to make the molds.
And so you have two sculpts available now?
I have two. I have Isabella, who's my first doll, and Alexa, and I'm right now working in an African American and another. I have two other dolls actually, and they don't have names yet. But,
Okay.
so I'll be three.
When will we be able to see those?
Yes, I'm hoping that by the end of the year, I'll be able to have perhaps three, or probably two new dolls. It takes 6 weeks for me to make one doll, so it's a long process. And I don't think that I can make more than 25 dolls a year. So it's going to be a very limited, edition of all the dolls. And I think that as I go, I will discontinue and create a new dolls because I love, to make the new dolls, introduce them.
So this is your first doll show?
Yes.
And what do you think?
Oh, I love it. I'm thrilled to be here. I have met incredible artists and suppliers. I have shopped a lot, and it's been wonderful experience for me, and especially because I never did this before. I have never even visited a doll show before. So I'm from the part of staying in my farm in the studio, locked up, now out in the world, and I think this is only the first one. I'm really been excited to come to other shows and participating and learn more about the market and seeing other artists too in their work. That's very exciting.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking your time and talking to us.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.